y'all need to get this over with. And the only way she gonna get it over with is to turn herself in, or they gonna come pick you up.
I want to get this over with, and the main way she going to get it over with is to hand herself over, or they going to come get you. Someone can find Chrisean and tell her how about we sort out something, anything she desires to do, like we not quite the same as different organizations she may be. Investigating her own. Okay, cool. With the buzz around Chrisean Rock Blueface's dynamic pair still burning, the talk factory is stirring again. Hypotheses are rife about what the youthful 2 or 3 has up their sleeve. Eve's next jet stand by. There's a curve in the tail. Enter Beam J, who's in a mission to collaborate with Chrisean Rock for a PO undertaking. RRM Television is teaming up with Tronics, and I feel that is the way we believe that should do it with everyone at last, to where everyone has their own organization. And what does Chrisean need? Well, she's going for the gold, looking at nothing under an autonomous name in her own special organization and vision. The control with this move, she's ready to change her Tori, chiseling her fate precisely however she sees fit, while the abrupt shift, well-trained, a simple 24 years of age, is exploring parenthood solo, while keeping her funds right on track, particularly with her accomplice face serving time. It's a totally different world for herself as well, not set in stone to take each action count. I'm going to work on my little circumstances and stuff that is about it yet. So what's next for Chrisean Stone? With Zeus in the rearview reflect, everyone's attention is on her. Go along with us as we take apart the murmurs and foresee the eventual fate of this rising star. Yet what precisely Beams J offer of real value? Well, beside his obvious star influence and associations, Beam J flaunts a fruitful history in the business domain. His contribution with the production of Redrum Television close by stalwart accomplices like youthful Rich Mula and Stagger, a young lady, exhibits his ability in the domain of content creation and conveyance, with Beam J's supporting Chrisean might. Aid actually launch her vocation higher than ever, contacting crowds all over through his laid-out network, rather than battling for, I don't be aware for clout. You can be battling for organization privileges and battling for however in the midst of the fervor encompassing this potential coordinated effort. A few cynics wonder about the ramifications for Chrisean's picture. Beam J's foundation, Tronics, is known for its proudly ratchet content, a long ways from the course Chrisean is all accounts heading. Will she undermine her newly discovered feeling of development and complexity by partner herself with such a brand, or will Beam J's vision for Tronics advance to oblige Chrisean's craving for a more refined stage on the show? As she's on the place of Blueface and a man she killed it. She accompanied it. The SC1 things without a doubt. The elements of this potential organization will undoubtedly keep us as eager and anxious as ever as discussions unfurl in secret. Fans enthusiastically anticipate the declaration that could reclassify the scene of diversion as far as we might be concerned, and keeping in mind that the world anxiously expects the result of Chrisean Rock's proficient undertakings, the youthful celebrity is discreetly leaving on an excursion of self-disclosure and improvement. Late virtual entertainment posts from Chrisean allude to a newly discovered feeling of direction and development. In an open Instagram story, she communicated her craving to enter a hoisting time, flagging a takeoff from the fastener persona that once characterized her public picture, as opposed to pursuing transitory distinction and triviality. Chrisean currently longs for substance and importance, focusing on adventures that line up with her advancing qualities and yearnings. Yet, what provoked this change in context? Some conjecture that Chrisean's excursion into parenthood plays had a huge impact in her change as she explores the difficulties of bringing up her child Junior without Blueface close by. Chrisean is stood up to with the brutal, real factors of adulthood and obligation. Being a solitary EM is one thing, like you get overpowered thus much be like happening for genuinely in your mind. It's a glaring difference to the light-hearted days of her childhood, yet one that has without a doubt catalyzed her self-awareness and improvement as Chrisean Stone explores the wild waters of popularity and parenthood. Her relationship with Blueface becomes the dominant focal point in the midst of a hurricane of hypothesis and debate, with Blueface in the slammer over a probation infringement. Chrisean winds up at the center of attention by this time as a strong accomplice enduring the hardship of his detainment. The prior week was secured. Man, what I mean, we had soul A lot fun together that was so fun, like it was the adventure of Blueface's legitimate woo, has been everything except direct late reports uncover that the rapper ended up entrapped in the lie. W enforcement framework once more, this time confronting ramifications for disregarding the provisions of his probation, originating from a club thump-down attack case as fans enthusiastically anticipate lucidity on the particulars of his offenses. One thing stays certain: Blueface will not be strolling free at any point in the near future, with a projected delivery date not until July 2, 2024. As per online records, the rapper faces a lengthy period in a correctional facility, accepting any unexpected turn of events, and I thought, like, when he go to prison, you realize I was about to resemble okay, cool, extraordinary. However, at that point, for Chrisean, the fresh insight about Blueface's drawn-out non-appearance from the public eye, without a doubt comes as a blow in spite of their turbulent history described by ups and downs communicated across web-based entertainment stages. Chrisean stays unfaltering in her help for her imprisoned accomplice in a genuine tweet broadcasting her adoration and fortitude. Chrisean pronounces, "Free my daddy. I love you," got this child, touching off a flood of blended responses from and pundits the same, yet, in the midst of demeanors of faithful dedication, murmurs of distrust. Wait, behind the scenes pundits question the earnestness of Chrisean's public presentation of friendship, highlighting the uneven idea of their relationship elements as fans analyze each cooperation from prison calls to online entertainment posts. The examination strengthens, stirring up misgivings about the validness of their security. Like how you spend like 24 hours on a call like we be on the telephone, so lengthy, with Blueface alluding to Chrisean as his significant other in a new prison call, while she warmly calls him daddy. The equivocalness encompassing their relationship status just fills theory about the real essence of their association. Enter Carissa Saffold, Blueface's blunt mother, who was is no time in adding her voice to the ensemble of wariness with a past filled with vocal objection towards her child's heartfelt ensnarements. Carissa gets straight to the point as she studies the apparent dysfunctionality of Blueface and Chrisean's relationship in a searing evaluation caught in brief snips from Blueface's prison call. Carissa challenges the credibility of their charms, calling it prison talk and excusing it at this point. One more section in the continuous bazaar of their turbulent sentiment. How you going to call daddy and he don't for even a moment let your child call him daddy? Yet I know my children, I know that is some. Yet in the midst of the suspicion and hypothesis, one thing stays clear: Chrisean Rock is no more interesting to difficulty, from exploring the provokes of parenthood to enduring the hardships of public investigation. She has arisen as a babe, not set in stone, to cut her own way in the unforgiving scene of acclaim. As she keeps on remaining close by, she makes heads spin and difficulties discernments declining to be characterized by the limits forced upon her anyway. It appears to be that Rock's process is full of lawful hindrances to ongoing improvements. Propose that she's confronting her very own lawful tempest, with claims stacking up and taking steps to shake the actual groundworks of her profession. One such claim, led by her by law, takes steps to separate more than $1 million in penalties from the rapper Lala, who blamed Rock for hurting during AI's chief party, has multiplied down on her cases, requesting pay for attack, battery, deliberate 8 punishment of profound trouble, carelessness, and more gracious. What the applause, with legal procedures approaching in cut-off times, set the tension is mounting on Rock to address the charges head-on. Yet, that is not the degree of Rock's lawful burdens. One more claim, this time started by Smash Mon,